Am I the astronaut for leaving my stepdaughter's birthday party after my husband threw out the cake I made for her? Ah, shite. I, female, have been married to my husband, Jeff, for a year now. He has a daughter 12 with his deceased wife. When I first met Jeff, it was obvious that he was struggling as a single parent. For my stepdaughter's birthday, he'd usually get a cake from the bakery. This has been the case since her mom passed away. I thought I'd bake her a cake for her 12th birthday. That was last week as a gesture to show some motherly love and support. Jeff agreed, and he told me what his daughter's favorite flavors are and what she likes, and so on. I baked the cake in the flavor that she likes and the icing she likes, but one thing was missing, and that is the blueberries. I couldn't include them because I went to the nearest store and they didn't have them. I was running out of time and couldn't get them, so I ended up just leaving the cake as is, thinking it wouldn't be a big deal. The party started and Jeff was busy taking care of everything else. He then came into the kitchen and asked to see the cake before bringing it out. I showed it to him, and he got so angry when he saw that there were no blueberries on top. He went on and on about how I didn't fully commit to making the cake and that he trusted me to take care of it, and just basically saying that he should have just ordered one from the bakery. We got into an argument, and he ended up taking it and throwing it into the trash can. I was stunned as he said, "You know what? Forget it. I'll go get one from the bakery." I blew up and screamed at him. He told me to stop, but I went upstairs, got dressed, and left. He tried getting me to stay, but I refused and went to my parents. He later called and texted about how I overreacted and hurt him and my stepdaughter by leaving. Also said that I created the situation by not properly making the birthday cake just because I didn't put blueberries on top. I refused to respond, but my parents say he was justified since he must have felt pressured from the stress of making his daughter happy on her birthday. He keeps trying to speak to me, but I don't respond. Am I the astronaut? Did I overreact? No. Who overreacted in this scenario, right? Who? Was it the person who couldn't get blueberries on top of the cake because they didn't have them at the store? Or is it the guy who took the cake and was like, this cake with the no blueberries is garbage? Which one? Which one overreacted? And what do you guys think? Tony Spark, who do you think overreacted here? That guy. That's the guy who overreacted here. And whenever he reached out, was he apologizing or was he just reaching out? Reaching out because you overreacted? No, his reaction here was 100% not okay. And also, it sounds like it was like a last minute thing, right? So you offered to do it. You were running out of time. It was a last minute thing. You couldn't get blueberries. If anything, why wouldn't he just be like, instead of, I'm going to go get a cake from the bakery, why don't I run and see if I can find some blueberries? That would have been the adult response here. Instead of throwing the freaking cake in the trash, that is just disrespectful to you. And you trying to step up and do something for her is huge. And yeah, it would have been great if it had blueberries, but they didn't have them. I don't know what he expects here, but clearly he's putting a lot of pressure on delivering this vision that he has for his daughter. And I understand that, especially because his wife is deceased now. It's probably more important for him that he thinks he needs to do that. But he's got to understand that someone who's trying to help in this situation here, and also someone who made it themselves with more meaning behind it than just getting it from the store, is trying to help. You don't treat people like shit when they're trying to help. You just don't. It's not cool. Not cool. And I'm going to put him on the Ascon scale here. I know that he's going through some stuff, right? What he did was a terrible overreaction. It was not cool at all. I don't think he's evil because I think the stress is what drove it behind it. Now, if he doesn't apologize, if he doesn't make this right, he can very easily become an Ascon one in the situation. I think the stress and dealing with the deceased ex-wife and the pressure of this moment drove him to do this stupid thing. If he doesn't apologize, he will get into Ascon one pretty freaking easily here. You are NTA here. You're NTA. You're not the asshole for you couldn't control the fact that they didn't have freaking blueberries. He's at a 2. He can walk himself back from that, but you're going to have a long conversation after this and be like, okay, what drove this to happen? Explain this to me, because that was a huge overreaction. And if you're capable of doing that kind of thing over something that is small like this, then I'm worried about our future. And I think you have every right to have that conversation and to make that statement there and let him explain. And if it is like, look, her mom always put blueberries on it. She made sure to do it every time. And I feel like that's the one symbolic thing from this that needs to be there. Maybe you should have communicated that beforehand. Not you, OP, him. Maybe he should have stressed that ahead of time. And also, if that was the symbolic thing, like I said before, maybe he should have been like, oh, let me go see if I can get some blueberries, instead of let me throw this in the trash and just order a brand new cake from a bakery. That response doesn't make sense. And him lashing out at you for it does not make sense. He's got some groveling to do.